Uniform X-ray, I believe, that's what I heard. And K, that ain't an F, that's KE. 4EX. Did I get that right, guys?
Kilowatt Echo 4 Echo 0.
Oh, yeah, I got it right. I tell you what, alrighty, well, we got time to pick one more up here. I heard Mr. Jimmy first. K4KXP. Mr. Jimmy, go ahead and make one. Good to hear you, sir. WA4KM.
Okay, Kevin. Everybody coming in good down here tonight. 48 degrees here in Mariana. We won't keep it, but I think it's about time there. But I appreciate you picking me up there. It's K4KHB.
Okay, yeah, it's showing 7 o'clock. Real quick before I start this, W3UX, what's the name there, over?
Yeah, good evening. The name is John, and we're in Easley, South Carolina, Roger.
I think we've talked, that's what I'll say. Okay, John, well, you got a whopping signal in here. And then real quick, KE4EZ, can I get a name, please? Oh, wait, hold on.
Panama City Beach, Kilowatt Echo 4 Echoes.
I'm sorry, my foot was on the pedal. Can you, one more time, I heard you in Panama City. What was the name?
Jeff, Juliet Echo Foxtrot.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. I've got papers for the last several years back here, and I like to keep names for stuff. Okay, well, let's see. Let's get this thing kicked off, guys. What a beautiful evening. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, too. I know we sure did. Is the frequency clear? All right, hearing nothing. This is the Eagle AM WE4 AM net operating on 3885 kilocycles in the AM mode. This is a directed net. Your net control this evening is Kevin, and that's me, and my call is WA4KM. That's Whiskey Alpha 4 Kilo Mike. I'll be net control for the Eagle AM Club net, WE4 AM this evening. The net begins taking check-ins roughly around 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern, daylight savings time, that is. The actual club net, well, let's see, I messed that all up. I was supposed to have done the pre-one. But anyway, all right, let's take a 30-second quiet reflection period. And y'all please remember Mr. Ben, W4CT, and Miss Susan as well. Let's take a 30-second quiet reflection period, memory and appreciation for all essential personnel, silent keys, and anyone suffering from illnesses. And we'll begin that 30 seconds now. All right, thank you for that. Okay, well, at this time, let's see if we've got any, before we take regular check-ins, let's see if we got any QRP or mobiles out there that'd like to get on the list for the Eagle AM net this evening. If you're out there and you're a QRP or a mobile and like to get on the list, we'll take you first. Please come now with your call. This is WE4 AM. Okay, all right, let's see. I'm going to take stations. I always do Whiskeys, Kilo, November, and Alpha calls, and in that order. But let me tell you what I've got on the list one more time. And if you're on the list, you don't need to come when I call. I've got you. I've got Richard, WFL, and John, VZS, Manuel, Sam, Chuck, IYQ, JN, CDJ, Roy, I Diddle Diddle, Greg, Hi, Dr. John ME, and Kevin, JZG, and Tom, TAB, Mr. Jimmy, AHV, and UX, John, over in South Carolina. Good to have you, John. And EZ, Jeff, and PCB. Okay, at this time, do we have any other whiskey prefixes that'd like to get on the roster this evening for the Eagle AM Net, please come at this time. This is WE4AM.
Zulu Oscar. Whiskey Delta 5, B Bravo, ZZ Ocean.
Okay, there's a little double. Now I've got a Whiskey Delta 5 something Zulu Oscar. What was I missed the first part of the suffix.
Bravo Zulu Oscar. Bravo Zulu Oscar.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was you. I just wanted to be sure. Okay, Whiskey Delta 5, Bravo Zulu Oscar, and then WB4KKJ. Any more whiskeys? Virgil may come along here shortly. Okay, how about kilos? Spread them out, guys. If we got any kilos, please come out this time. If you're not on the list, WE4AM.
Kevin, can I insert one that worked earlier? I don't know if he's still around, but he's a newbie. This is KN4 Mike Echo.
Absolutely, and I'll put him on the list, and he may come back. Go right ahead, Dr. John. Give it to me.
Thank you. That's K4 Quebec Bravo Zulu. That's Clint in Auburn, Georgia. I hope he's still listening on his HQ170A. He had gotten an Apache back on the air and obviously had done some work to the audio. It sounded great. He was on earlier with K4VZS. John and I had a little QSO with him when the band wasn't quite open. He was doing quite well, so I just trying to encourage him to join us. Back to you, Kevin, KN4ME.
Okay, Dr. John. Oh, yeah, you know here on the Monday Night Eagle Net, we'll take anybody, mobiles, portables, anything. We'll even take relays if somebody wants to check in. We don't call none of them, and you don't have to be on a tube-type radio. If you can transmit on AM, well, we'll take you and be glad to have you. And Clint, if you're listening, we'll call on you here in a little bit. Hopefully you'll jump in here and talk with us this evening. Okay, let me see. Where was I at? I done kilos. How about alphas? Do we got any alpha calls out there?
Alpha Delta 4 Quebec.
All right, Dave. Good to hear you, Alpha Delta 4 Quebec. How about Novembers? Any November calls? Please come at this time. WE4AM. All righty, boy, that's a good list. I tell you what, guys, appreciate y'all stopping by. We've got a great list, and looking forward to talking with everybody this evening. Before we get started, I was just going to say for Sam and poor Manuel there, I was pulling. I don't am a big Alabama fan, but I sure was pulling for Auburn. They had Bama beat all day until the last 40 seconds, and just I don't know what happened, guys. I felt that one with you. But speaking of that, let me just go ahead and send it over to Sam and get his input on that War Eagle. But I'm a dog fan, so KF4TXQ, which is my partner on the Tuesday night SAMRC. Go ahead, Sam. Over to you, sir, for your comments. This is WE4AM.
All right, WE4AM in the Southeastern Gulf Coast Mullet Society. No, this is Eagle Net. We got so many nets on 3885, I can't remember what to call them. But it sure is great to be in here on the AM Brotherhood of the Southeast. And, boy, I'm hearing some wonderful signals. And I appreciate your sentiments there, Kevin, on the Iron Bowl. I tell you what. I wasn't too hurt by it. I tell you what, I'm a lifelong Auburn fan and an alumnus of Auburn, but anyway, I still, the only time I don't pull for Alabama is when they're playing in the Iron Bowl. But anyway, they all did well, and you know how it is. But it left plenty of room, and I guess maybe it was a classic Iron Bowl struggle. And the good thing is that it didn't destroy the Tide's chances, in the standings and so forth in the SEC. So maybe that'll work out, because even if we'd have won that game, we couldn't have climbed up any higher than we were, so there you go. But, all right, I hope everybody's having a good evening and enjoy this harvest food. It's beautiful. And the temperature here is down close to freezing, but it ain't going to get to freezing, I don't believe. So anyway, we're going to rock along and be happy with where we are and doing what we're doing. Back to you there, Kevin, and thanks a lot for calling the net. WA4KM and the Eagle Net. You're WE4AM, I guess. This is KF4TXQ, Dadeville, Alabama. Over.
All right, Sam. Yep, that's right. WE4AM. That's all right. We're all the same people, just a different name and a different net, but we all meet together. It's like a brotherhood. All righty, I'll break with Sam and send this down there to, let's see here, KW4TV, Manuel. Daniel, what you got for the net? I meant to tell you earlier about them War Eagles. I was pulling for them. It's over to you, WAE4AM.
WE4AM. Well, Kevin, we did the best we could. I was just glad that they showed up. I got to discourage with them playing New Mexico State, so I didn't know what team would show up. But they came to play anyway, and it was a good ball game, and that's all I can ask for. But anyway, everybody sounded good. It's just a lot of good AM signals out here. Always have a good time listening to the good old AM radio, and my 2500Zs are keeping my feet warm tonight, and just enjoying hearing the AM signals. So I want you to keep an eye on this good little fella when he comes up here, so keep a close eye out on him, Kevin. Old Debbie Ray showing out tonight. So with that, I'll turn it back over to you, Kevin. Hello, Mr. John, VZS, always a pleasure. Back to you, Kevin. KW4TV.
All right. Well, good deal, man. You're loud this evening. Everybody's sounding really good. I'm really surprised. I love the fall. Radioing is really good. There's somebody texting me over here. Anyway, all righty. Well, I'll break with Manuel. Manuel, look forward to visiting with you soon. Let's see. Let's go down to the first one I heard earlier when I come in, the W4WFL. Richard, what you got for the Eagle AM net this evening? WE4AM.
Okay, well, I don't have much to add tonight. Trying to follow Roy Diddles. A hard act to follow. So I guess I just have to sort of tone it down and just say that I'm just glad to be here this evening, and hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving and family got together and y'all had good visits and so forth. And anyway, Christmas is around the corner, not far off, so I guess we're going to have to be getting ready to get Christmas lights up and make sure that the little kids are all provided for Christmas. So anyway, that's all that we have here in Pensacola. So anyway, I'll back out now, and this is W4WFL, West Florida. Turn it over to the net.
Okay, Richard. Appreciate you stopping by. You're becoming a regular here, and I mean, we like it. And you got a great signal coming out of Florida. All right, next on the list and is Mr. John down there, VZS, and the QRO is whopping. It's doing a good job, John. K4VZS, this is WE4AM.
WE4AM, K4VZS. Well, it's worked out real well, Kevin. This is one that we rebuilt, and it's going on 4 months now. It's still working fine. So I don't know. Time to move on to something else. Maybe an NCL 2000. Bring one of those back on. Anyway, just doing our thing. We took our Flex 1500 monitor and a power meter and a modulation monitor, and I'm running it into a nice new computer. a computer is 3.5 inches square, 1.5 inches high, and it's doing a good job. I'm just amazed with it. So that's another project out of the way. But we'll keep going here. Still got a few in here, and I don't know how many out there in the shop. So WE4AM K4 will visit us. Let's go.
All righty, John. Well, you sounded good. You hit 40 over there. I mean, that's good, respectable. I mean, it's, as they would say on 2 meter stuff, you were full quieting. And I appreciate you stopping by. You always got a good signal. We appreciate all that you do to help the AEM world. And you sound a little better from the last time I was talking with you, so I hope you're doing well with your health. Sounds like you're doing a little better. And always good to talk with you. All righty, next on the list, we've got Chuck, N4IYQ. Chuck, it's over to you for your comments in the Monday night Eagle AM net.
WE4AM in the Eagle AM net, N4IYQ. Good evening, name's Chuck, and we're in Telford, Tennessee, up northeast Tennessee. Probably closest town would register to anybody would be Johnson City. And we're on the multi-LMAC tonight, AF68, driving a SB221 with PMR8. Certainly did enjoy getting to be with family and friends over the Thanksgiving, and a lot of things to be thankful for. Hope all you did the same. Kevin, it was good to see you at Lawrenceville. I always enjoy getting to see you, and there are quite a few on here that we've worked on occasion. John, you and David, I guess we had broke dinner with KN4HH and a bunch over at Shelby year before last. I didn't make this last year. Had some upper respiratory stuff going on, but certainly good to hear everybody. Appreciate being a part of it. I always enjoy working AM. So thanks, Kevin, for conducting the net, and appreciate everything everybody does for AM. WE4AM, N4IYQ.
Okay, Chuck. Yeah, it's always good to see you and your wife. We've seen y'all last year over when we had the AM SAMRC luncheon after the Atlanta Ham Fest. Always good to see you and your wife when she can be there. Appreciate you stopping by. All righty, next on the list, we're going to send this up there to Indiana. Good friend of mine, W4CDJ. Dan, it's over to you for your comments. This is WE4AM.
Well, I'll start it off like IDE does. Hello, everybody. This is W4CDJ, down in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. And I took some cryptic notes here. Let's see, WE4AM in the EagleNet. This is Dan, W4CDJ in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. I did appreciate the 30 seconds and the time out there, and thinking about Ben and Miss Susan and others. But it reminded me, when I was a senior in high school, I was in the band and I played the trumpet. And the American Legion people come to me and said, would you mind playing taps at our military funerals? And I said, okay, I can do that. And sometimes they was in the middle of the school day, and I get out of school early, and they had a little uniform for me and everything, and I get my trumpet or bugle or whatever else I had, and I'd go to the cemetery, and I'd stand there downwind and listen to the 21 gun salute, and I'd play taps. But you know, you can play taps in 30 seconds, so that's a good deal, Kevin. And yeah, the November calls, you know, my birthday's day after tomorrow. Looking forward to that. I'll be 74 years old. And the only other thing I can say is I'm sorry about you Auburn fans. Roll Tide. WE4AM. W4CDJ.
Oh, Dad, it's always good to hear you. And Taps, I tell you, I was not in the military, but I have much respect for each branch and all the military people that help defend our rights, even though a lot of people want to try to give them back or give them away, and I won't go into it. But for the ones most everybody knows about Ben, I'll just recap just a little bit because I feel like it's worthy to do it. And then we'll get on with this. I'll try not to be long, guys, but this Mr. Ben was a wonderful guy, W4CT, and his wife Susan, W4YL. Ben, he was an ordained, I guess, a minister, Presbyterian minister, and I tell you what, he was also a counselor. I'm pretty sure. I think children. I read some notes from a while back. A children's counselor, and helped with the children counselor homes. He was a pilot instructor, and Ben was soft-spoken and just what a wonderful man. I'll just tell you, for the ones that knew him know what we're talking about. The ones that ain't, just giving you a little recap while we were recognizing him this evening. Okay, with no further ado, let me reach up here and turn my volume down. I'm going to send this down here to my good buddy down there in Pensacola. W4I diddle diddle. Over to you, Roy. This is, and I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. This is WE4AM.
All right. Thank you, Kevin. I like to say it like this. Wonderful evening for AM. WE4AM. Wonderful evening for AM. This is W4I Diddle Diddle, Roy in Pensacola. And as Miss Minnie Pearl used to say when she'd come out on stage, howdy, I'm just so proud to be here. And I didn't say that just to blow smoke. I really am proud to be here this evening. Somebody mentioned their age there a while ago. I'm getting on up close to 80, so there you go. And there's quite a few on here that's already past 80. So there you are. Well, I could say a lot, but I won't. I'm running Miss Daisy May this evening, a B&W 5100 transmitter. She's a B model, and the B stands for beautiful. And I know y'all have heard this before, but I have to say something. I'm not technically orientated, and I tend to be more on the music side of the fence, but we've all got our thing, you know. And I'm running an NC300 receiver and a B&W amplifier with a pair of 813s in the final. So that's it there, running about 250, 300 watts, somewhere along in there. But anyway, Kevin, you're doing a great job. I meant to say this to Emmanuel there a while ago. When he keyed up, my needle went to screaming. And it screamed all the way down to the peg, and then just grunted a few times, and that's all I heard from her from then on. So there you go. Well, let's see. I'll close with this little statement, Kevin. I hope everybody out there in Radio Land feels as good as I look. And we had a great Thanksgiving here. Back to you, Kevin, from W4. Diddle Diddle, Pensacola.
Okay, Roy, I tell you, it wouldn't be the same without you. I look forward each and every week for your sayings, and whether others do or don't, I don't know, but I like them, and you're a good friend. I appreciate you. Okay, and I talked with Todd Hill last night on the phone, probably a good almost an hour. I think y'all related, so he's a good guy too, old Todd. Christian Writer Association guy. Anyway, all right, next on the list, let's see, we got Greg down there. Greg, WA4II, I hope you're doing good this evening, sir. It's over to you for your comments in the Monday Night Eagle AM net.
WE4AM in the net, this is WA4II. Well, hadn't accomplished a lot today, so I don't have anything to report, but it's been a beautiful day, but a chilly day. I guess that's about as good a way as I know how to put it. but everybody's sounding good. Good propagation, good knack for the net, and so I guess about all I can say is thanks for picking me up, and turn it back to the net.
All right, Greg. Well, you got a respectable signal and audio as well. Good to hear you. All righty. Well, speaking of that, following Greg, we've got Dr. John down there in Killen, Alabama. Dr. John, wonder what rig you're on this evening. KN4 Mike Echo. This is WE4AM.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. WE4AM, KN4 Mike Echo. And for those of you that are not aware, Greg, WA4III, is my AM buddy here. It's only about 12 miles as the crow would fly, or not much more than that by road. And we collaborate frequently, and he has been a great help to me. He's extremely knowledgeable. He's very modest. He won't admit it. But anyway, he sent me a text. I don't know why I didn't mention it, but he got him a big linear. And so, Kevin, you might get back to him and see if he'll expound on that a little bit. But I'm an Auburn fan. I'm not going to belabor the point, but I was proud of their performance, and couldn't agree with you more. My friend Sam, KF4TXQ, and Manuel, I don't lose any sleep over it, but I enjoy it, and just proud of the way they played. My brother was an Auburn graduate. I never went there. No, he was not an Auburn graduate. He went there, but in architecture and transferred to medicine, and I sort of talked him into that. That's an interesting story that I won't bore you with. At any rate, Kevin, back to you. Doing a great job. I'm enjoying the excellent AM signals with great audio quality. Just happy to be part of it. WE4AM, WE4AM, yeah. KN4 Mike Echo.
All righty, Dr. John. Well, I appreciate it. And like I said, I know Greg. That's why I had you right there beside him. Y'all, I'll tell you, Greg, I spent time on phone with Greg. He is very knowledgeable. I will concur, and very, very knowledgeable. A good guy at that, too. All righty, well, and so are you there, Dr. John. All right, we'll break with Dr. John, and we'll move on down and pick up Kevin, WB0JZG. Kevin, it's over to you for your comments. This is WE4AM.
All righty, real good, everyone. Fine signals on the band tonight. Always a lot of fun. Running the homebrew station again tonight, as I had been, the single 4CX250. Power meter says 200 watts. I don't know if it's accurate or not, but it's enough. Getting full modulation on the modulation monitor. Everybody sounds really, really good tonight. The little bit of line noise buzzing that I had earlier went away for the net. How good that is that it actually cooperated. So can't beat that with a big giant bunch of sticks. Lovely hearing all my friends in here tonight. Your signal is really good. I diddle, I. Sam in Alabama, Dr. John sounding good here. Everybody's just coming in really, really fine here into Florida tonight. So one of these days we'll work on getting a little bit more fire in the wire to make it easier on your ears to hear my signal up there in the cold north. It's 60 degrees in my shack right now. Barometric pressure is at 30.5, and it's at 62% humidity. I'm out on the stand-in porch. So I guess that's not bad considering the fact that it's like being outside, and up in your neck of the woods, I've been freezing out here. I put a little deflector above the vent from the modulator, blowing the warm air out of those 811As down onto me. Good idea, right? Maybe a little bit of extra warmth because it's a little chilly and I'm out here in shorts. I don't like anything longer than shorts. So anyway, back to that. It comes. WE4AM, I think is the call used for the net. Back to you it comes. WB0JZG. Kevin in Lakeland, Florida.
All righty, Kevin. Well, you can't be a half bad guy. Your name's Kevin, just like mine is. So you get an extra gold star for that in my book. And you sound just fine. You've got very good signal and audio into West Georgia. Not a problem whatsoever. And copy you just fine. And we appreciate you stopping by here on the Monday Night Eagle AM Net. All righty, next on the list. We're sending this down there to Tom. Tom helps us out here, net manager. He's just great knowledge as well, and just a good guy too. And Tom, hope you had a great Thanksgiving. With no further ado, W9TAB. This is WE4AM.
W4AM, W9TAB. Good evening, Kevin. Appreciate you running the net. Everybody sounds good down here in Pensacola, Florida way. It's been a good day. A really good Thanksgiving. Stayed home. Didn't go off much. Spent most of the time getting things ready for Christmas for the daughters and son-in-laws and grandkids and great-grandkids. I tell you what, Santa's got a big bag this year. I tell you what. Anyway, sitting here on the 32V2, the 75A2 receiver. It's a homemade dipole and a D104 mic. Everybody sounds good. I'm telling you, the conditions are actually wonderful AM. Everybody sounded good. That's about all we got here. And thanks again, Kevin. I'll turn it back over to the net. WE4AM, W9TAB. Good evening, everybody.
You're right. As Rory would say, it is. It's a wonderful evening for AM, WE4AM. Real quick, Tom, for people that don't know, I know. How many grandkids you got and great-grandkids? Wasn't it like 28 or something? It was some astronomical number, over.
Well, 3 daughters, 9 grandchildren, and 27 great-grandchildren that are not through yet. We got a couple grandkids not married. One of them, I think she's going to stay single. She's enjoying being a great aunt. Her fiance, and they're not in any hurry. She's 36 and she's doing okay. Then the youngest grandson, he's 24. That's probably gonna be the next one to get married, but he's not in a hurry either. So there's more on the horizon there, Roger.
Wow, over 30. That's just incredible. What a large family. We didn't have a lot of family on my side. I say my side, or in our family, period, most of the time, but that's just great. That's amazing. All righty. Let me see. What we got next on the list? Mr. Jimmy. K4KHV. It's over to you, sir, for your comments. This is WE4AM. Oh, he may have had to step away. Let me try him one more time, and I'll come back if he's not there, but it's not like him. He must have got a phone call. Mr. Jimmy, K4KHV, are you there? Okay, let me just put a little asterisk here. He must have got a phone call. All right, next on the list, we got W3UX, John over in South Carolina. John, what you got for the net? Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. This is WE4AM.
All right, Kevin. Well, very good. WE4AM. This is W3UX, John, and we're in Easley, South Carolina. And boy, it's some great signals here tonight on the AM band. And this is a new thing for me. I'm a newbie here. I work a sideband most of the time, but I wanted to see how my rig sounded on AM, and this is my first attempt on AM. This is a Kenwood 890, and I'm running right now about 300 watts, or about 350 watts here, and it's a triple sloper array here. I'm using 3 slopers. In fact, I'll switch them. Right now I'm on the southern sloper, and this is the eastern sloper. If you guys, we're all, everybody's kind of around me, so to give you an idea what the difference in signal is, and this is the eastern sloper, and this one is up to the north. So I'm sure you can hear some kind of signals It's a simple array. I just put 3 quarter-wave slopers up on my tower. About 60 feet is the feed point, and I just ran them into my coax switch, and when I select one, the other 2 become reflectors. So I get a little bit of directivity out of it, but we're just playing around with AM, and I'm enjoying it. So good to hear y'all, and it's my first gig here. Any comments would be appreciated. I'm curious, is the audio good? Anyway, back to you, Kevin. WE4AM from W3UX.
Okay, well, you sound good, John. North was the best, about 30 over. East was about, it dropped good back, probably to 15, maybe 20. It was a considerable drop. And south was about as loud as north on me, but north was the best at 30 over, which was loud. And I've got an 890 and a 990. I'm actually, Paul Henson's doing a little job on my 990 for me, but the 890 does good. And I don't have to tell you, you know, you can go inside the 890 and run that bandwidth out to 4 KCs, you know, on each side. So, which would be 8, which most radios won't do that. But you may know that, and it sounds great. You got the EQ and everything adjusted just wonderful. And I love the 890. I love the 990 too. So if the 890 had dual receivers in it, 200 watts, it'd be the best radio probably made, as far as rice boxes, as they say. Alrighty, and that's just my opinion. Let's see, next on the list we got Jeff down at Panama City Beach, KE4EZ. Jeff, it's over to you for your comments. This is WE4AM.
Yeah, WE4AM and the Eagle Net, and everybody just sounds great this evening down here on the beach. This is KE4EZ from the beach and running the old Globe Champion 350, HQ 170A. The antenna's an open wire fed dipole about 30 feet up in the palm tree there. And y'all are just sounding great tonight. It's always a pleasure. And it's probably been a couple of years since I've checked in. And it's just been because I've been so busy and kind of slowing down a little bit here this time of year, this year, and it's been pretty wonderful, frankly. Had a great Thanksgiving, and the diving's been great down here all year on account of we haven't had any tropical storms or hurricanes or not even a lot of rain. We could probably use some rain, but it's kept the water just beautiful. Well, tomorrow's put the Christmas lights up and get ready. It's a wonderful time to be on AM, holiday season, and I just always have loved this time of year. The Globe Champion is a stock Globe Champion, and the 170A is a stock one. I haven't messed with either one of them. I've got a couple of them here to keep the old 350 running, and they have been through a couple hurricane parts rigs here, but this one's in great shape, and she is completely stock. But wonderful. Even Indiana's coming in great, South Carolina, and I appreciate y'all running net, Kevin, and it's just great to kick back and hear it. So, season's greetings, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everybody, as it is that time of year, and get out there and enjoy it. This is KE4EZ from the beach.
Okay, Jeff. Well, thanks for stopping by, and always good to hear you. And you're sounding good. The Globe Champion sounds wonderful. I tell you, yeah, no hum, no nothing. It's just playing beautiful AM modulation, as Andy would call it. WA4KCY is angel music. Alrighty, well, we got about 4 or 5 more, but let me just take a pause here real quick, and let's see. I don't know, Virgil usually comes in later. Let's take a pause and see if we've got anybody else that would like to check in this evening to the Monday night Eagle AM Club Net. If you'd like to get on the roster, please come at this time. This is WE4AM. Oh, wow, boy, that's a first. Anyway, everybody must be busy by Cyber Monday. But anyway, we'll give everybody a chance to get in here. All right, next on the list, let's see, I've got WD5BZO. Sir, it's over to you for your comments. This is WE4AM.
Hey, Kevin. Good evening. WE4AM on the Eagle AM Club Net. This is WD5BZO here. Name's David. I'm over here in Arkansas. You guys are just barreling in over here, and I just had to jump on board. You know, when the boat goes by, if it ain't sinking, I'm getting on. So there you have it. Everyone sounds good over here. I hear him just strong as day over here. So run the old Collins 20D this afternoon with the 51J4 receiver. So that's the start over here. Woke up this morning, it was 30 degrees this place over here, 30 degrees. So it's going to be that way in the morning too. So I got me some new snuggies, some LCDs I'll have on too, getting ready for winter time. Anyway, so thank you for picking me up. I'll turn it back over to you, and you just boil it in here. Let me get your call right here. WE4AM, Kevin. This is WD5BZO, Arkansas. Go ahead, over.
Okay, well, I'll just tell you, you're doing a great job out of Arkansas, David, and appreciate you stopping by here this evening and giving us a shout. Alrighty, next on the list, let's see, we got WB4, KKJ. It's over to you for your comments. This is WE4AM.
Good evening, Kevin. Got a good signal in to Pace Florida tonight. Everybody sounding good. Just got the Johnson Ranger up, and John calls it the People's Radio. Hi. So I had a lot of help from John and TAB to get this thing up and going. And the receiver's a SB300 heat jet that's doing a good job. Had a D104 microphone. And other than that, the football game was good over the weekend. It was Alabama and Auburn. They both did a good job. So turn it back over to you, Kevin. Like I said, you got a good signal here tonight. WB4KKJ.
All righty, well, we appreciate it, and yeah, there was some good football going on. I tell you, Georgia, I'm Georgia, and I'm a dog fan, and wife went to Georgia Southern, but I'm going to tell you, Georgia Tech come to play some ball. They were putting on, that's a big rivalry. They had a lot of heart. They were putting it on Georgia pretty hard, I tell you what. And same way with Michigan beating Ohio State up there as well. A lot of good football this past weekend. And I like the college ball. I ain't much of an NFL since they done all that knee kneeling, but anyway, that's a whole nother subject. Alrighty, moving on down the list here. Let's see, K4QBZ, Clint. Sir, it's over to you for your comments. This is WE4AM. Yeah, we might have been too long for it. Let me try it one more time. K4QBZ, are you there?
Kevin, this is KN4 Mike Echo. He indicated he probably would not stick around, but I was just trying to encourage him. He had a great signal from his Apache, and I wanted to wave at David WD5BZO. Sorry to break in. Back to you, Kevin.
No, you told me that, and I totally forgot, Dr. John. Thank you for jumping in there. I appreciate it. And I do remember you saying that now. I just get wrapped up in here, and I actually usually pretty good at making notes, and I did not. Thank you for that. Okay, well, we're down there today. The Tail Gunner, 84Q. It's over to you, Dave. This is WE4AM.
WE4AM. This is Dave AD on Q in Millington, Tennessee. Yeah, Yeah, you saved the best for last, Kevin. Must be. The oldest. I'm not the oldest on the net, I guess. So, I'm in the top tier, put it that way. Yeah, we're on the Viking 2 CDC and the R390A receiver. And we've been working on the Globe King 500A, trying to get it patched back up and working, cleaning it up, putting a few modifications into it, put a new modulation transformer in it. I've got it wired, you know. Got that spark gap across the output. Notice the A didn't have that on it. The C does, and well, Viking 500's got a spark gap on it, so I said maybe that's why that modulation transformer wasn't protected. So this one will have it on it when I get done. Won't have that happen again. Anyway, lots of good strong signals. Of course, Dr. John and David over in Little Rock Sickles blow me away. Sounding real good. Everybody sounds good tonight. So anyway, that's all I've got, Kevin. Good net. We appreciate it. E4 AM and taking that AD4Q73.
All righty, well, 73s to you, Dave, and appreciate you stopping by. You always got a beautiful signal, and the audio is just fantastic too. So it's doing you a fine job. The Viking 2 and 390. I had one of Andy's 391 auto tune, and it did work, which John has it now down in Alabama, and it worked. It was a great receiver, and that's one I let slip through my hands and should have kept. I didn't realize how rare they were. Alrighty, well, we've reached the bottom of the list this evening on the Monday Night Eagle AM net. I'll take a standby here and see if anyone else would like to get on the roster to make a comment this evening. If you would, please come now with your call. This is WE4AM.
W4TP.
November 2, Italy, X-ray, X-ray.
Okay, speaking of John, there he is. W4TP and N2IZZ. Anyone else? All right, I'll try something. Virgil didn't come in here, but hey, John, I'll tell you what, that was a good game yesterday with Auburn and Bama. I know you're a Bama fan, but let me send it to you, and I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. W4TP, this is WE4AM.
Yeah, Kevin, W4TP. Well, I don't know how they pulled that last touchdown off of there. I did not see any legs go out. It was a surprise to me. It was a fantastic game, no doubt about it. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Everybody did, I hope. And I talked to Dave on the phone today, and he's building a spark gap transmitter over there, so I'm anxious to hear that on the air. He's looking, I think he's even found a feeler gauge to adjust the gap, so he'll be on with a spark gap here before long. 73, everybody. Sorry about Ben. I really am, and he was a great guy. We've already been over that, and we'll see you on a Thursday night net. Back to you, Kevin, W4TP. Doing a good job.
Okay, John, always good to hear you, and good signal out of Alabama. Yeah, that was a great game, so anyway, thanks for stopping by, too, by the way, and we'll see you on the Thursday Night Eagle, or the Gulf Coast Mullet Society. I'll get it right. All righty, next on the list, November 2, IZZ. It's over to you, sir, for your comments. This is WE4AM in the Monday Night Eagle AM net.
Hey, Kevin, correction, it's November 2, India, X-ray, X-ray, 2 X's. India, X-ray, X-ray. And this is on probably my second time on AM. Just heard you out there and figured I'd jump on and give it a shot. You're hitting me with probably a good solid 20 over here in Lexington, South Carolina. And that's a stingy meter, so you're probably doing better than that. Name here is Ken, Kilo Echo November. And that's about it. Back to you.
All righty. Well, good to hear you. I'm you know what? I've got it wrote down into IXX, and don't ask me why I said ZZ. I'm having one of those CRS moments. But I do got you down in the roster as into IXX. I have no idea why I said ZZ. But anyway, alrighty. Well, we've reached the bottom of the list. What a good list, guys, and appreciate it. And a beautiful evening for radioing, and appreciate all you stopping by here on the Monday Night Eagle AM Net. We got about 36 degrees, and it's supposed to go down to freezing this evening. So anyway, let me get there and make this official, and we're going to give out the announcements on the other AM nets and try to keep those guys going as well. AM's still alive, and I really enjoy doing it and done it for many years. Alrighty, join the W4 AMI and the W4 GCM Club nets held each Tuesday and Thursday evenings, respectively, at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern on 3885 megacycles, right here, same time, same frequency. As well as the Warren Ellie Memorial Net at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as presented by the Florida AM Group on Sunday mornings. I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one who participated tonight. We had a great time, great group, and thanks for stopping by. This is the WE4 AM Club net, now clear and return the frequency back to regular AM